In this video, we'll be taking a look at the Super Bowl 56 game happening on February 13, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like access to our exclusive betting picks, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Rams versus Cincinnati Bengals. Super Bowl 56 is here, and the Los Angeles Rams will host the game from SoFi Stadium when they face the Cincinnati Bengals. This is the first time that a team that has hosted a championship game will also play the Super Bowl in their own stadium. Despite being the home team, the Rams are listed as the road team on the rotation. The Rams came back to win the NFC Championship game over San Francisco 20-17. The Bengals needed overtime to come back and defeat Kansas City from Arrowhead Stadium 27-24. These teams last met on October 27, 2019, with the Rams winning at home 24-10. The Rams are 4-point favorites and come in as the much better rated team overall and defensively. Los Angeles played a tougher schedule than the Bengals, although neither team had it easy on their road to the Super Bowl. The Rams last reached the Super Bowl after the 2018 season when they fell to New England 13-3 in the lowest scoring Super Bowl ever. Their only win took place in 2000. When they beat the Titans 23-16 when the Rams were in St. Louis. Cincinnati has been 2 Super Bowls and last made on in 1989 as they just came up short 20-16 to Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, and the 49ers. In 1982, League MVP Ken Anderson took them to the big game, and they also lost to San Francisco 26-21. The Bengals are a dynasty in the waiting, but I think that they have gotten bailed out in a number of ways to get to this point. With that being stated, it did take some stellar execution to get here. While it may seem like Joe Burrow and his receivers have the better passing game, the Rams actually have the greater expected points added per pass play on the year. Cooper Kupp was named Defensive Player of the Year in NFL honors, and he was well deserving of this honor, amassing 145 receptions, 1,947 yards, and 16 touchdowns this season over 17 games. His yards per reception was near his career total, but his usage was among that of the highest in league history. Rams starting tight end Tyler Higbee is expected to return for this game, and what a welcome sight he will be for them, as the Bengals rank in the bottom tier in defending tight ends from catching the ball and from scoring. In his abbreviated season, he had 5 touchdowns, and you could really see that they were starting to click. There is some amazing young quarterback talent in the NFL right now, and the Bengals' Joe Burrow might be the best of the bunch. Burrow processes defenses as well as any quarterback playing and has a calm about him in the pocket that permeates through the rest of the offense. Protecting Burrow has been an issue at times as the Bengals allowed 55 sacks in the regular season. But if Cincinnati can keep Darnold and Co. at bay, it has the horses to make this a high-scoring game. Chase has a powerful connection with Burrow, his old college teammate, that makes him one of the premier deep threats in the league. And Boyd and T. Higgins give Burrow 2 more reliable weapons on the outside. Like the Rams, the Bengals could be shorthanded at tight end as Uzomah is returning from a knee injury. Along with Donald, the Rams have 2 dangerous edge rushers in Leonard Floyd and Von Miller, who has 2 sacks this postseason, appears rejuvenated after his October trade from the Denver Broncos. Jalen Ramsey is the best cornerback in the NFL. There's a good chance he shadows Chase in what should be one of the top matchups of the game. Von Miller, while it is extremely unlikely that a defensive player takes home the actual hardware, I think that he will be a big reason why life is extremely uncomfortable for Joe Burrow and why the Bengals cannot get anything going. Of course, there is always Aaron Donald up the middle. He's a one-man wrecking crew and makes things happen for other people. Just don't forget just how dominant Miller can be on any given night. Looking at the Bengals' offensive line, the left side is okay, but the right side is just asking for some trouble. Hakeem Adeniji rates 81st out of 82 guards in the league. Trey Hopkins ranks 35th out of 39 centers in the league, and Isaiah Prince ranks 77th out of 83 tackles. I expect him to be able to toy with them, and they will be stuck between overcommitting to him or to Donald freeing them both up to do damage. While the Bengals are here as the American Football Conference champions, one has to be concerned that they've been fortunate to get here. Cincinnati got past the Raiders on a fourth down interception in the red zone in the final seconds and were helped by a touchdown pass on a play where an inadvertent whistle was blown. The Bengals then got past the Titans thanks to 3 interceptions by Ryan Tannehill before the Chiefs imploded on themselves in the second half and overtime, while the Rams tried their best to allow both Tampa Bay and San Francisco to knock them out of the playoffs. The fact remains that they found a way to win the games and advance. Cincinnati's offensive line is going to be the point of concern here. They were 31st in pass block win rate this season. We saw Burrow get sacked 9 times in the win over the Titans. Coupled with the regular season, he's been dumped 63 times this year. Trying to deal with Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and Leonard Floyd is really going to test the Bengals, with the Rams having a bit more experience in the postseason and an offense that can match Cincinnati's. You have to give the advantage to Los Angeles here. Cincinnati has put together an incredible run this postseason, but this will be the most complete team that it has faced. Los Angeles is strong on both sides of the field and is led by a veteran quarterback. Stafford will certainly have pressure on him in his first Super Bowl appearance, but he should be able to settle into this game. The return of Akers has not been a huge storyline, but it will be on Sunday night. He will give the Rams some balance offensively, which will allow Stafford to find Kupp and Beckham Jr. in the passing game. They are also playing in their home stadium. Los Angeles Rams to win and cover the spread is our full game side bet. Coming into this game, the Rams have seen the over post a narrow 10-9 advantage on the season. 2 of their 3 games in the postseason have ended up falling short of the total, with the wild card win over Arizona and the NFC Championship game against the 49ers ending up short of the mark. Cincinnati has seen the under hit in 12 of their 20 games on the year. That includes 6 of their last 8 games going back to the regular season. In the playoffs, the Bengals have seen totals of 45 in the wild card round against Las Vegas, 35 points in the American Football Conference divisional playoff against Tennessee, and 51 points in the American Football Conference title game against Kansas City. Burrow and Stafford are the headliners coming into this game, but I expect both defenses to step up. Cincinnati has been great on that side of the ball during the playoffs, which has led to the under-cashing in 4 of its last 5 games. Los Angeles has been a top 10 defense throughout the season. Akers has been getting a ton of touches during the playoffs, and I expect that to continue on Sunday, which will slow the pace of the game down. Both defenses are going to key in on Chase and Kupp, forcing someone else to beat them. While both teams are talented on both sides of the ball, I expect them to treat this game with great care, and as a result, they will be super conservative in their first half playing calls. I think that the Rams will win by flexing their defensive muscle and forcing the Bengals into obvious passing situations and making big plays to make sure that they don't do much with these opportunities. Also, the Bengals are 12-8 on the under this year, while the Rams have gone under in 2 of their playoff games so far. The under also makes a lot of sense for Super Bowl 56. This is one of the worst matchups possible for Cincinnati's offense. Jalen Ramsey can help neutralize Jamar Chase, and the Rams' dominant pass rush should have a field day against the Bengals' barely their offensive line. There's also a lot of familiarity between these coaching staffs. Bengals coach Zach Taylor coached under Sean McVay in Los Angeles, so each side knows very intimately what the other one wants to do on offense. Both teams are also dealing with significant injuries to their crucial tight ends. Tyler Higbee and Uzomah both have knee injuries that knocked them out of their respective championship games, and if either plays at all here, they'll be far from 100%. The Rams' offense didn't exactly look dynamic last week against the 49ers as they put up only 20 points, and these teams are a combined 5-1 to the under this postseason. Los Angeles defense dominated Kyler Murray in the first round, made life miserable for Tom Brady in the second round, and then held a Kyle Shanahan offense in check in the NFC Championship game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like us to do a similar video on, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like us to give you picks on. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.